Hey, in this video I wanna show you the bug that makes elemental susceptibility much less useful. Mostly because in my previous videos I was praising it and even suggesting you could keep up perfect brittle uptime with 2 supports casting it, which turns out to be impossible. I'll try to keep the video as short as possible. In Firesong patch, elemental susceptibility was changed to last 30 seconds and apply all 3 status effects every 6 seconds, instead of a random one. Since those status effects last 4 seconds, you can keep up 66% uptime on minor vulnerability and minor brittle with just that skill. And my assumption was that with 2 supports casting it a few seconds apart, you would be able to easily keep up 100%. But the status effect application works only if the major breach applied by your elemental susceptibility cast is the longest one. What does that mean? If anyone, including yourself, applies major breach that lasts longer than the remaining time of the major breach applied by elemental susceptibility, the status effect application will stop working. The biggest issue is that you can't have 2 elemental susceptibilities working at the same time. If you cast yours and a few seconds later someone else casts theirs, yours will stop working. Another issue is that if your elemental susceptibility is running and it has less than 15 seconds remaining, applying Pierce Armor will break it, because now Pierce Armor's major breach is the longest one. And the same applies to every skill that applies major breach. If your elemental susceptibility is at 23 seconds and some DK casts Noxious Breath, it will break and stop applying status effects, which is a massive downside because DKs are currently one of the best DDs, and Noxious Breath is the stronger morph. Now, something that's more of an edge case and unlikely to happen: if you start the fight with Pierce Armor and use Nazarite 500 ulti, Major Breach will be at 39 seconds, and casting Elemental Susceptibility will just do nothing. It will only start working when the Major Breach extended by Nazarite falls below 30 seconds. Similar situation would happen if someone were to cast Elemental Drain. Your Elemental Susceptibility will only work once Elemental Drain's Major Breach falls under 30 seconds. Though that's less likely to happen because it's just a bad skill and you'd probably only find someone using it in a random pack group. If the Nazarite extends Elemental Susceptibility's Major Breach, it will continue to work and it will actually continue to apply status effects for the duration extended by Nazarite. To wrap it up, Elemental Susceptibility could still be useful, but you'd have to take so many precautions just to make sure nobody in your team will interfere with it. And even then you'd have to pay attention to not screw yourself over with your own Pierce Armor. Personally, I just don't use it anymore. Thanks for watching and see you next time.